And then finally, I want to talk about engaging hard to read population subgroups. Texting is incredibly easy to use and really give these tough to reach populations so many opportunities to participate. What do I mean by that? Well, we use a voter list to be able to pull our sample and our phone numbers from. And from that voter list, we can get all kinds of information. We have somebody's resident address. It's very representative and nearly matches the USPS residential address file. But there's ways that we can append onto the file the latest census data from the American Community Survey that will tell us what areas of your community are Hispanic and are, really can be reached. So that we can send not just 1 or 2 invitations to participate, but 4 or 5 ways to participate to the Hispanic community or an African American community or an Asian community. And then for low income folks that are tough to get to, we know from that census data that's appended right back onto our file what areas have average household incomes being on the lower end. But usually when we're working with local government, they know where these communities are, and we can easily target them by sending them multiple texts. And on top of that all, we see the data coming back in of who's responded in real time, so that I know when I'm trying to weight our results, or our unweighted data, should I say, I know that's like, okay, we have 9% of our respondents are Hispanic. We want to get that really closer to 15%. We know exactly where that's coming in real time. You don't have to wait for a key puncher or a mail survey to be processed over 2 or 3 months. We know in real time where we are, and it's really easy for us to go out and continue to give extra opportunities for those low-income populations of color to be able to participate in the survey. And then what are some examples on why we're such big fans of texting to collect data and information? Here's just some ratios to understand. Town of Monument, their adult population is 7,300 people, and we interviewed 846 last year. Town of Wellington, 6,900 adults. We interviewed nearly 700 people. These are very strong and robust sample sizes to really understand, because again, it's a demonstration, an example of people will engage an MMS text survey much more than a mail survey. City of Glenwood Springs, only 6,600 adults. We interviewed 861. And we actually broke a record in Glenwood by interviewing the largest number of Spanish-speaking only individuals in that community by sending out QR codes and other ways to participate through our Hispanic leaders there in that community. And these are small populations, but to give you the idea of how large a sample size you can get, Town of Erie, we're helping them with go through the process of switching their kind of government from statutory to home rule. 21,000 adults. We recently interviewed 1,500 of their residents on an issue that's not exactly the sexiest in the world. So again, these are just very strong sample sizes. I wanted to use those as an example.